Morning, even afternoon. We got a banger for y'all today, baby. We got a very interesting video here from a YouTuber. Forgive me if I say your name wrong, bro. I'm sorry. I think it's pronounced Zenkai Goose. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I really try. I told Whips too. I was like, I really want to try to say it right, so hopefully I'm saying it right. I got his YouTube in the description of this video along with this video, and I'm going to tell you this is a great and super well-edited video. So Zen, I don't know if you're the one editing these or if you have a team, a shout out to whoever did it. And then B, just a really well put together video. This is kind of just asking and having a discussion about why gaming is not fun anymore. I have heard a lot of people just say that myself in the age that I am and where we are in life. So I was very interested to watch this video, react to it, and just kind of give my thoughts on it as well. Being someone that A, has played video games his whole life, and then B, on top of that, have the absolute blessing and honor of being a YouTuber and making content with it. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Like I said, super well done video here. I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did. If you do, hit the like, hit the sub. Most importantly, be sure to tell somebody you love them. I'll catch you in the next one.
Video games are just
all right. I'm very interested in this video.
Hold on, what? Video games are more popular than ever before. They're more immersive, they're more beautiful, more respected, and they print more money than the music and movie industry combined. Look, I love video games and I had no idea it was that popular, but something strange didn't know that is happening. People all around the world are starting to feel disconnected.
This is super well edited, I can already tell, by the way, bro.
Really surprised me. You see, I love everything about video games. Seriously, I'm obsessed and have always been since I was a little kid. The industry.
Welcome to E3 2019.
The people.
Okay, fair enough.
The business. I love it all. But these days, it feels like every game is some combination of like soulless, overly optimized, or it just feels like a chore to play.
Play the game to earn battle token tier skips. Redeem battle token tier skips to unlock rewards.
In fact, I think I watch more videos about video games than actually play video games. That's probably a problem. So why did I and a growing number of people feel like video games aren't fun anymore? What changed? Was it the games?
We will always have split screen in going forward.
We have had to make the difficult decision not to ship campaign split screen co-op.
Was it me?
So there's another kind of principle here where remember that the video game doesn't just give you pleasure, it also takes away pain from other parts of your life.
Or was it both? One of my favorite gaming memories was playing the original Pokemon with my little brother. I had the...
Okay, I'm gonna pause just 1 second to say this too. I'm obviously I don't really know what like he's exactly gonna say in this video. I think for one that he just said like Pokemon. That's one of my very first like. Actually, I can't lie. One of my very first core gaming memories was playing like Super Nintendo TMNT game. What was it? Turtle Time. Turtle Time? Is that the name of it? I literally gotta look it up. Hang on. Turtles in Time. That was it, right? It looks right. But it's like, it is very interesting because I've seen a lot of people kind of talking about what he is gonna address here. I'm interested to see where he goes with this, but I will say it before he really gets into it. I think one of the things is gaming in general, it turned into a massive money thing. But I think that kind of maybe not skewed, but that changed a lot of, skewed a lot of the direction of where gaming went. And what I mean by that is when you used to play, these older games, you bought the game and that was it, right? There wasn't really any money on top of it. And then B, there weren't like one thing that drives me kind of crazy is, well, I'm not even going to say that, but I think that monetization changed the direction of it to, obviously it turned into something that, this is a good way to say it. It turned out as something that I think it was hobby, right? A lot of people were doing it hobby wise, and then it kind of went a lot just money. That's kind of
the Berry Game Boy, aka the best Game Boy, with Pokemon Red, aka the best Pokemon, and he had the lime green Game Boy with Pokemon Blue. So I think we knew who the cool kid was at school. It was me. Joking aside, we freaking love these games. Like, we love them so much, we actually played them under our beds when we were supposed to be sleeping with like a tiny little flashlight at the bottom of our beds so that no one could see that we were awake, and then we would just play them all night.
Do some of you older viewers here remember the first Game Boy with the light like screen?
Days. But believe it or not, the games back then had the same goal of the games today. See, they wanted to make money.
We want a gift, but only if it's money.
I mean, it was business after all.
True. Yeah, that is true.
You know, I think Pokemon did A-okay on that front.
Wow.
That's gonna drive parents nuts.
Is it ever?
I think they're doing just fine. But in those days, there was only one way to get money. They had to be fun. And I mean really fun. Like,
True.
Addictive.
Technical standpoint,
And
from an
you
artistic
buy it and you
standpoint,
have it.
from a
That's
design
it, you know?
standpoint.
Going to that first level and just like looking way up to the top of the level and thinking like, I want to get all the way up there. Yeah. Single player, multiplayer, co-op, you know, whatever. It has all that stuff and it does it all really well.
The sense of competition, the sense of accomplishment and reward, and the sense of awe that you can get.
But when you roll all this stuff together,
They all collaborate to make this game just fun. That's the bottom line.
True.
And you know what? If you weren't satisfied with the fun, you had like a billion cheat codes you could access to make the games as fun as you wanted. Anybody remember Cheat CC back in the day? Man, just go on that site, find all the craziest cheats, play those games.
There was literally books that had cheat codes, magazines. Like I would walk by the aisle in the grocery store and I would see like a Pokemon cheat book, and I was like, "Mom, I need that."
And sometimes I'd play games I'd never even wanted to play because the cheats just sounded rad. You could literally make the games as fun and as stupid as you wanted. Isn't that insane that that's just gone now? Because if a game wasn't fun on day one, like that was it. It was over. There was no sale.
Game over, man. It's game over.
This simple limitation led to an explosion of competition from developers to one-up each other.
The key isn't the number of games, the key is the quality of the game.
If developers wanted their business to do well, guess what? It had to outfund the competition. It was an all-out war, but no matter what happened, us players, we were eating good. But then technology hits a major pivot point.
You ever wonder what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like? Well, bam! There it is.
Well, like, I guess that's technically a pivot, but no, that's not what I'm talking about.
This is...
That'll pass.
This is... What? This is boring. Delete.
Yeah. You see, at this time, games are more complex than ever.
Every map ever released on Halo 1 through 4, all running on their original engines.
Isn't that wild to look at? That's complex. Look, simple. Complex. Simple. Complex.
Literally.
Simple. Complex.
What on earth?
Yeah, we're starting to get weird.
We just finished level 3 and need to tighten up the graphics a little bit.
Great.
Developer headcount starts entering into the thousands. That's right, thousands. There are some companies with 10,000. There are some with more.
You serious?
And I gotta tell you, that just seems insane to me. I don't know how you take one person's creative vision and then sprinkle that amongst thousands of people to create one game that is already complex. Seems like a rough uphill battle, doesn't it?
I worked about 7 days a week, between 14 and 16-hour days.
And when would you go home?
I would go home when I was ready to collapse, basically.
Costs start to rise substantially, and yeah, things are starting to look bleak.
They put products into specific kind of timelines, and they're under a lot of pressure to hit those timelines.
Except by 2013, developers start to realize a way out. Updates. They start small, tiny fixes to keep players happy with their purchase. Only makes sense. Then day one DLC. Now, new additional content is sold the same day the game releases.
Day one DLC.
Such an interesting way that he's framing it.
The poison of gaming.
Feels kind of like a scam, a little bit. Then
It's like
day
on
one
the same
patches.
game, right? Interesting, bro.
I guess they couldn't finish the game on time, which is probably a problem. Then really big daily patches. Suddenly the game's disk becomes useless without the internet. Updates grow bigger and become more common. Gotta say it, starting to feel like there's a problem emerging.
Let me spawn in on this guy right here so that this way I could... and of course the game froze.
Then, what was once a competition for fun turns into a competition of marketing.
Play the greatest games lineup in Xbox history.
Hey, I doubt it.
Nobody likes marketing. Not even marketing.
All right. I gotta talk to you about something.
It turns into a marketing blitz of empty promises for what the game could eventually become.
Cyberpunk.
But it never does.
I don't even think I played that game, to be honest.
And quick aside, what is going on with the 20 billion trailers that are all synced to the sound of the music when they reload the guns and stuff, or they shoot the weapon?
I would have never really seen that until he just pointed that out, and now I'm never going to be able to unsee it.
It's annoying. It's not fun. Think about this, marketing team. Who's out there going, what game should I get? Really need a game right now. Really wish I could play one. I really wish, my God, there was a trailer out there that just synced all the gunshots to some pop song.
It's literally like Call of Duty Battlefield.
Yes. Then I'd buy it. Then I'd buy it. Then I'd buy. Fun no longer makes the bulk of the money. The landscape shifts to retention-based gameplay. The question was no longer, how can I make this more fun? It was, how can we get every second and every cent of this person's money in time to play our game forever? Yeah, from this point on, games change completely.
I really love CSGO. It's my all-time favorite game. It'll always be my all-time favorite game. It will! Yeah!
New aggressive.
I want to pause and just say, for one, hilarious clip. For two, I'm going to recircle back to the fact here. What are the odds that the very first knife that this guy gets, I'm going to get back to the core of this video, is literally... I still can't wrap my head around that, by the way. I played Counter-Strike for years and years. I've opened my fair share of cases, okay? CSGO, and just to be clear, I was a 1.6 player. And also, just to say, 1.6, in my opinion, is still one of the most goated video games out there. I digress. How does he get that knife, bro? That's the Sapphire, right? God, man. Anyway, sorry to interrupt, sorry.
Yeah! New aggressive monetization manipulation tactics become the de facto standard. Small purchases known as microtransaction become an industry trend. If you ever wondered, dear God, could I pay just $1 to get this rainbow-colored gun skin? Then I'd be fulfilled. Well, guess what? You got it. Lottery-esque boxes could be purchased for a chance at digital items with fabricated rarity.
Oh, it's an icon as well!
Which is insane. This is rarer than this. But they can both be made infinitely. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
And then battle passes are introduced as
battle passes, for me, I'm going to specifically talk Call of Duty battle pass, okay? For me, it is Call of Duty here, okay, is one of the most confusing battle passes, period. Just for starters, okay? The battle passes aside, Call of Duty's, remember, back for Verdansk, it was so much easier to, navigate. Now it's I need a degree to get through the battle pass on Call. I literally, Whips does it for me because I don't even know what I'm doing. Second thing, I mean, who was the first battle pass? Was it Fortnite? Whips? I don't even know. That's kind of, maybe he'll say it here in a second, but battle pass is really, I was curious if he was going to touch on this. He really, this whole battle pass system really just changed the way that a lot of these games, in my opinion, like just were perceived even, I guess is a word I would use.
Treadmills used to keep the players engaged.
Right.
The game is shallow and unfun, but hold on.
You can just keep getting this
We
stuff.
can just make a battle pass and give them things like coins. And then they'll just play it forever. And we'll give them enough coins to do it again next year. We're geniuses. Forget fun or quality. The game was going to continuously engage the players at all costs. More engagement means more spending. And if
He uses a clip of me on the PJ, dude, there's no way. Oh. Look at the name he put for me. What do he put?
More engagement means
Timmy the Tatman Taylor.
More spending. And if you're that guy, we'd all like to say thanks for spending billions of dollars of your money on Fortnite skins and turning video games into the hellish landscape that it is today.
That's on me.
Thanks.
I apologize.
We'd all like to thank you and find out who you are. Oh wait, we know. Streamers need content. Streamers content don't matter the trend that we change.
Look at this, my Fortnite!
I'm giving myself hiccups doing this. And it worked.
So how do they make money?
A lot of games right now are free to download,
So is it-
but then if you want to get extra...
Is it all content? It's not all content creators, right? There's definitely a level of that, though. I would 100% say that. Like, that is, and A, people love watching it, and B, it is content. When did that first start, though? I mean, shit, I was opening CSGO. For me, it was CSGO cases. So that was what? Probably about 2 years into streaming. That's probably when I started.
To access extra content, you have to pay for what they call in-app purchases or in-game purchases.
Which is insanely sad, but it worked.
So they get you hooked free, and then they start charging you once you're in there, and once you want to do better and advance within the game.
People bought it.
Basically.
Everything changed.
So this is why my son is asking me for my credit card when he's playing one of these games, because he wants those kinds of things.
The world changed.
This is a $1 billion super yacht.
Games changed. And to be fair, I guess we did too. So, is this the end?
How do you fix it? Like,
you know, maybe I did change. Maybe the world changed. Maybe video games aren't actually fun anymore. Maybe it'll all get better. I get older, but movies are still awesome, right? But maybe the real problem is I was just shining light on the wrong things. If you'd like to see me go into the future and fix video games forever, then I'm telling you, you need to watch this insane video that I made right here. Keep it cute.
that was a super well done video, bro. I'm literally going to sub off that. Like, that was the first video I've seen by him. I think there's a lot that goes into it. There is this whole level of microtransactions, right? Like new Call of Duty gun skins. I buy them, bro. They look cool. And for me, that's like the new content. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to kind of spitball here at the end of this video because it kind of got my brain flowing. Why it's just not as fun as it used to be. I think for me at the end of the day, I think back to when I was younger. I think a lot of it does have to do with just time and people growing older and changing. And what I mean by that is some of my most personal, vivid gaming memories was playing video games when I was like younger with my friends. So specifically, growing up, I mentioned Counter-Strike 1.6, right? If I tried to play Counter-Strike 1.6 by myself today, I probably wouldn't have that much fun with it. But I used to have friends that all lived in the neighborhood. We all like worked to get, I had a paper route. I got my own computer. We would have these LAN parties, which We had them at like my house. My parents were cool with it. We brought all the computers over. We all hooked them up and like played Counter-Strike 1.6 until like 3, 4 in the morning, right? Another one is like Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast is one of my favorite games. I played that when I was like 10. That actually just kind of played by myself. But even that, there was like a community on the server. I was kind of known on the server. But it's a lot of these connections I was making with people. Maybe that was the thing that was really drawing it. Not saying that that doesn't happen anymore, but now I don't know, now being older, I'm sure, you know, you think, I mean, I still do have those memories, but I guess in my head, those ones when I was younger are just a lot more, this is probably some like brain study thing, but it's like in my head, they're like almost not a stronger pull, but like it has so much more impact, I feel, because it was when I was so young and it was all I really knew. It's very interesting to think about just the direction that gaming is going. And it's like, you know, with battle passes and everything. And at the end of the day, right, everything is circling back to money. Companies are going to try to make games to make the most amount of money. But I feel like they were doing that when I was younger too, but it's just not to the level that it is now. I don't know. I do think, like I said, at the end of the day, I think a lot of it has went this way. I think a lot of us changed. I mean, bro, when I first started, I'm 34, man. I got a 5-year-old. I almost am at a point now. In about 5 years, my son will be the age that I was when I first really started getting hooked on video games. You know, that's how old I am. So obviously I've changed, right? 100% I've changed. And then B, I think gaming in general has changed. And I would circle that in with streaming and everything. I will say, and I've said this before on stream too, that when I first started streaming, me personally, this is years and years ago now, you know, a lot of people, it was a hobby, man. It was fun, right? And I think what happened was a lot of people saw like, oh, dude, like look at Ninja. He plays video games and he made $40 million. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of turned into this monetization. Look at how much money you can make just playing video games, bro. Just look. I want to do that, you know? I don't know. That was such a well done video, bro. I'm definitely going to watch more. That was super well done.